Okay, so here was my original idea. I wanted to design an app like this that sort of gives a birthday note here, and then here a cake that says happy birthday dad. I thought about my dad's birthday. The birthday is past, but I wasn't at home that period. I was in another state in my country, and so I did not attend the birthday party. I was just thinking of resurrecting it and designing an app that would show him his 70th birthday party. So here was my initial idea. I intended to do this first with a linear layout. So this text view and this other view would be vertically oriented. For the orientation, I'll have vertical, so that I have this and this and this arranged vertically. And then this other view in itself would be a relative layout. So I have a text view that is in vertical orientation with a relative layout that would have an image, and then these text views inside that would be placed relative to their parent, which is this relative layout in here. So I was supposed to have a relative layout inside the linear layout. I had already written the code and it worked, but then I realized for this sort of design, when the phone is turned to a landscape position, it would look somehow like this. And due to the fact that I would want my image to occupy the entire screen, I might be forced to use something like center crop for my what's the property again? Okay, I have to use center crop for my scale type. If I use center, it will be too big. If I use match parents, it also, I realized it was showing some extra spaces somewhere along the line, so I just had to use center crop. Okay, now with the center crop, my image would not eventually show. In fact, the cake was almost entirely out of the view of this my landscape window. So what I decided to do was to change my design and to come up with something rather like this. Just something more simple that would not require a relative layout inside a linear layout. Something like this, having the sign of a birthday cake with a candle, sort of like this, standing on a small cupcake, sort of like this. And then I decided to shorten the notes by just simple notes here for his 70th birthday, and here have happy 70th birthday dad, something of that sort. So this was what I eventually opted for. All right, and I decided to design this using a relative layout. Of course, I will put my image view first so that it's in the background, and I can put this text view second and this text view third. The image view, I'm going to use center crop so it latches onto the entire width of my device. And then this, I'll use margin to space it here, and also a margin to ensure my text doesn't come into this candlelight here. Here I'm also going to use a left margin to okay, I'm going to align this first of all to parents right and to parent bottom, and then I'll use a margin here to ensure it doesn't get too much towards the left side. So that's what I did eventually, as you'd see in my app. Thank you.